When he started. What? What called me? What was? Well, the young man. Well, he did it truly in the snow at the top. 3 days before, literally in the snow, and that was the reason he wasn't.
Okay, we can get started. All right, go to Eubank. Matt Bugera, Amy Gillard, Nikki Law, Horace Smith, Rocky Baydoun, Rachel Morford, I know it's fine. Sarah Ushelbrenner, Gail Brown, and Ella Ruddy. Okay, I've got to. If you're on Zoom, raise your hand if you'd like to speak at public comment. Let's see. Well, let's start here. Any public comment on? Nope, it doesn't look like it.
Good morning. This is Keith Newberry. Can you hear me?
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Right. So we had a very successful Ice Fest. It was a great event. It was a beautiful and sunny day. Unfortunately, the sculptures did not last long, but I think it still brought hundreds of people to the downtown, and the restaurants and stores looked very busy. I'd like to know your feedback in a minute. The horses were a big hit, the carriage rides. Unfortunately, Topo Nexus and the snowshoes did not end up participating. The s'mores were a great addition. I think we would maybe start them earlier. We had 36, in the end, 36 single block sculptures, 8 live demos. Then we had all of the attractions that were in the park, and the hot chocolate was sold by St. Michael's athletics team, and the Hotel Best Western, happy with their sponsorship. The committee met for an Ice Fest wrap up, and we discussed a couple of ideas, for next year, particularly food. That since the chili cook-off might not be, possible, we started throwing around ideas of either 3 to 4 food vendors or stands, or even doing some sort of lunch in the community center. That would be, somehow we would have a group provide, along with, some ideas for a downtown sledding hill. We knew one of the things that we needed was more sponsorship signs, and then possibly talked about doing the fire and ice show instead of the dueling chainsaws, as well as kind of really pin down demos and volunteers for for the day. So did anyone else have anything they wanted to add to that? Becky? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We talked about some more, figuring out ways to do more events on Friday for that evening to kick things off. So the Ice Fest committee will continue to meet. I think we've decided we'll meet in the late summer just to start establishing a timeline for the committee and all the work that will need to be done. But I think we're learning each year and getting it to be, more great event for the community. I did want to pull up the budget to show you where we ended up. This is where we ended up in with the total cost coming from total revenue generators with $28,100. After we paid Rock on Ice $20,250, along with we had advertising, and then we also had the signs, $900 of signs that we won't have next year because those sandwich boards will be able to be reused again. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay. Okay. So based on that, it looks like we were able to net $3,851, and still end up being a profitable event for us. Yes. We were, but we ended up getting some more sculptures and sponsorships in there at the very end. So that was good. Yes. Yes. And I did get an email about that, from, I think it was American Spoon, that they were quite a bit less expensive, but I didn't know if the sculptures were, because I know in Petoskey, they're mostly, well, I mean, I think what they're allowed, I think being logos, so I didn't know if it was a similar thing. Sure. Mhm. Sure. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, switch. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Mhm.
totally agree.
Mhm.
I think it's one of the largest.
Mhm.
Well, a lot of them.
Well, it was ended up being 600 because they ended up doing a live demo and a sculpture at their place. So they took that cost from the amount that lodging would have been. And I thought that was pretty reasonable actually, because we did 600 and then so it was three rooms, 3 nights for the we don't really roll the lodging into the price of the as much. I mean, yeah, yeah, yes, yeah.
But. It's wrong. And.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
We get better than. We were. Here we weren't. And we ended up, we get up more.
Mhm.
The most are.
Beautiful.
It was a beautiful day.
Walking around. No, I'm- it was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday. I can't think of it right now, Jody. You sent me one on a scavenger hunt. Okay, the Downtown Enhancement Committee met to discuss moving forward on the Merchants Walkway project. So we met, kind of got some history of that again, and just revitalize the project there again. And then I met with Vanessa Warren. We're taking from those elements that we all discussed in the DDA meeting, but then also in the committee, the elements that kind of were agreed on the committee and then to the DDA, and she is working out to get back to us another a new design with those elements included, and in that more look with the using that it exists there, but kind of translating it into what's usable as far as a city with more like concrete, with the brick stamp concrete, and then gardens and a wall back, and she knows very well. I mean, she's a city designer, so she knows all of the setbacks and everything. So she's working on that design project. And I guess to answer a question that we had as far as the grade, she's definitely incorporating, into the design a couple of different options as far as to be able to send the water down to that sewer area. So she's got that covered. Yeah. Haven't heard anything from anyone so far. Jody, you want to do that?
So one of the issues in the joint meeting. What we want everyone to see is, well, we have some kind of a joint meeting. They know what every commission and committee and board does. With our mission statement. It's something that might be. Just stay away from the word transparent. More along the lines of unity. And you know what we do. We don't think it's a good an important part of the going to the public and have everyone. And that is one of the recommendations from the
Okay, I'm going to just reiterate because I see on the chat that there's people have said that they can't hear, and we are aware of that. So yeah, so all of you have to use, right? Yeah. So I wanted to just recap what Jody said. And we are aware, I know, Maggie, that we need to, you can't hear anything, and say at the beginning of the meeting that we were having technical difficulties, and unfortunately we aren't able to figure out what happened. So I apologize for that. Anyways, as far as what Jody just said on the RRC, she said the RRC met to, and part of that to be compliant, having the city council and other board commissions meet. So we met to have the board commission. We're going to do a unified meeting, I should say, of city council, DDA, and the planning commission. to kind of discuss with everybody and public invited as far as kind of a unified goal in the city. Just wanted to recap that. Okay.
Talks about this.
The standing meeting of,
Are you talking about the
RRC? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. okay. Okay.
More to come on that. Any questions on it?
I think we've lost some people.
No, one.
No.
No, one night.
Okay, so just briefly, I know you all got a message about that MDOT has contacted the city about a possible rerouting of M119 from Lake all the way down to Paul, so it would bypass the downtown. There's going to be a public hearing held tomorrow, Thursday, from 6 to 8 p.m. to give offer feedback, but asked if we would discuss this in the DDA initial feedback from a downtown perspective. Downtown perspective.
So I got. Being able to. Just thinking that kind of change the flow a little bit, would be our answer. Or every single day, sometimes state and her, you know, her, yeah. Any additional. Always. My other thing was, is if I think we, you know, I think we need to figure out. Because
Well, I think there's no specific plan as far as I understand that. I mean, they just came to the city with this possibility. I mean, I don't know if it's been fleshed out more than that.
Yeah, great. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, they've been done. Yeah. I think we did one over by Lake and where Lake splits off from 119, didn't we, with the accidents, or we put actual traffic study there? That's right. Okay. Got from there, dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just to throw it out there, though, as far as a downtown perspective, do we think that business would be lessened if, downtown, if this happened? I mean, how do we? Obviously, there are some things that the city taking control of Main Street would allow. We could shut down Main Street for festivals, whatever, things like that. Those are some positives to it. Street sales, whatever. We could lower the speed limit. But as far as it impacting businesses,
You were, isn't it, the new found small children use it, supporting all of us much more. There isn't ever. Is Jews that they are literally have never been here. We don't. We don't have to go on, one else, you know, call someone, you know, from- Yeah, I feel like- Say the point. Some people said that it does already rather than.
Terminating route.
Like,
So it's doing that already. Yeah. So definitely come to the public meeting tomorrow.
it's done, I mean, yeah.
Move it.
What they
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like- Problem.
Well, that's what I wonder. When we thought- For the state. Wonder how much this is. But, well, if you get like, yourself, nothing. Where you're at, I mean, it's,
What? This.
Yes, yes.
Right. Yeah. Well, it sounds like an alarm when I read the introduction. Then you could probably. Would it be, you know, who knows? Yeah, so we do need to look at it from a standpoint. What would it do to businesses? Yes. Yes. Well, see, like the big ride, you know, good break, otherwise, Wednesday. So,
I think it was.
oh, yeah, okay. Thanks, Frank. Moving on, Bruce?
Okay, just a couple things. I've still been in contact with the city attorney regarding our options going forward on the county TIF. So that is just still in the works. Okay. But mostly the update, I've got a financial update, and that's, I'm saying it only because you can see in our expenses that so far our legal expenses have already exceeded what we budget for that, and that's just that situation. Other than that, we're still in the process of updating, you know, the income. If you have not paid your bill, please, for your sculpture, please send it in, because we're down to just a few. And other than that, it's just only wages, and then the legal would be the larger expenses that.
Let us know.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, it's most people on the DDA. So, yeah. So you're all getting your message now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you did. Yeah. All right. So as far as other business, this came up at City Council, the idea of the snow plowing. We've had some issues in the downtown as far as one person fell, and so it's more of a matter of, let me get this right, that it was put to us possibly that we would start taking over the managing of the city ordinance. Right now says you have to plow your area, have your sidewalks area and clean within 12 hours. Currently, what happens is that if somebody doesn't do that, DPW goes down and they clear that space, and then the city sends a bill to the business as far as and for the payment of work that was done. Now there's, I think, what as far as the discussion is possibly fining the people that haven't done that, as well as then wanting to take that off of DPW's kind of off their workload. So I guess what the main thing would be for the downtown to look at contracting that out to a snow removal service. Then the same thing would happen if within 12 hours the sidewalk isn't cleared. We would send our contracted snow person down. Then the people would be billed from the city that reimbursement of that cost. So we would be managing it more as opposed to the city managing all of that. And it's been a proposed idea. We would still not the idea of us going down and cleaning the sidewalk. That's still going to be the responsibility of the business owners or property owners. Do I have that correct? Okay. No. And Lucas he's here. He said he can pop in and answer the questions if we have any questions about it. But basically, as a property owner, you have 12 hours. We had, unfortunately, a slip and fall and a very upset, I don't know whether it's visitor or resident, but so it does need to be. And I asked when Luke and Victor and I met about it, he said you guys would still be so it wouldn't fall on the DDA to monitor like who has not plowed or cleaned up their sidewalks. It would still go through you. Is that correct? And we would have to we would now start looking at contractors that would possibly take this on. And it's kind of, we would pay them until the person, no, the city would handle the bill. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Mm. That's true. So-
He would stop.
He would not, they're kind of two different issues, but there is talk that no longer do the little sidewalk thing too, as far as adding to that load for DPW, because technically the ordinance does say property owners, do need to keep that area clean, and just provided for the city, as I understand it, the snow machine, yeah, that. It's possible that that might go away, depending on the DPW's workload. Right. No, it would be CBD. It would only be CBD. Yes, going away for the CBD. Oh, I'm sorry. Mhm. Right. Mhm. Yes. Right.
When. So, my. Kind of says no. Ordinance, yeah. So.
Over, lose the road. Finding the businesses is the last thing we should, I talked to Lucas about is, I think this is put it a little bit, we can work something out, hopefully with that. Go around as well on the map. I will be out there. In my opinion.
This is. Pretty strange. Yeah, that's what I know, that someone keeps their fine, well, they're gonna build that. They want to keep for it. There are the rules of the city. Here's what needs to be done. Your question. There's not a way.
I don't, that's, I mean, that is part, I mean, I think we're talking maybe Kyle or Matt, you can do this, more to the people that, I mean, that continually, eventually, 12 hours, yeah, 12 hours later, you've had plenty of time. I mean, we're not talking like immediately, like you have to have it cleared immediately if it's, I mean, like, we're saying 12 hours within, after 12 hours of, a certain amount of snowfall, they're still not cleared. And that's when people are having some issues and it's happening habitually with the people.
So you have Rocky Market there, we sold out, was perfect, and they have business right after it. Has five inches of snow. And so this would help that situation. Like, it doesn't have to go one is all clear, the next one is not clear, two are clear, the next one's not.
What- Snowboard, being on north of the tree, throw it over and
Yeah. And even, yeah. But yeah. And literally, the reason I'm not saying that I want. No one needs to know. That are open, not only on force for the winter. So they're sitting one day and come by. It's really helpful for us because we're not there.
Yeah, we're close to
There's a, yeah, so that, I think there's always some, something that. Well, works out, the contractual person, whoever, in one of the. Like.
But I think what we're talking about. Sounds like this is probably. Up to. That.
Yeah. Lucas, how often do you, I guess, how often do you have, your guys have to come down and, clear, a business that hasn't?
This winter. But when you get to that,
And then the other question was, they were asking about was the little snowplow machine not being used. I mean, as far as, is that something that we're actually, that's, I think, kind of one of the bigger issues with businesses.
that came up, from our side. Looking at that. We had done here, but right now, things are so the only reason that it's all is because we are asking. Nothing to do with us wanting to do it or money or anything. That is the intent that we have to others. We got other stuff. We're trying to find.
And I would. My. For our business. No,
Is there an ordinance that holds the homeowner responsible for clearing their snow? That would be a big question. There isn't a single. I mean,
there are a lot.
right, and I mean, that would take care of some of this issue, that just, it was me. I was responsible, I was on a cul-de-sac, like, in Ann Arbor, and I had to clear my sidewalk. Liable is different than responsible.
Right.
That's different. Yeah. The bigger question, personally, is all of those empty that have no, they're,
That's.
they're,
Yeah.
the sidewalks, I don't know whether they live it or not. That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, no, I really understand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, working together.
We are working together. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We don't have any fines at this point. We only right now recoup costs. property owners, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. We have sent out letters basically just saying you're, quoting the city ordinance. That's, those have gone out over the years, that say this is the city ordinance. For the water, but not any sort of like fee structure. For us. Wrong example. Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Right. But that's where we started the conversation too, was why we're looking at contracting, even doing that part, because again, it's a time issue for DPW to go out and be able to, that's, yeah. Right, but I'm hearing of the, that's been with that.
They came out for 30. And we had the house. The letter. The kind of message. And we need to look at, we're looking cost. Isn't gonna do it. Because people just say, number different.
Right. Ooh. Yeah.
There's an opportunity there. I'm not part of the able. They were not. And it's not a fun to bring, and what it is, not have to.
know why we can't. This isn't map. Where, you know.
Yeah. Well, then I need to kind of do a little bit, and there's, that we have. Is that a fair? Kind of, well, kind of. Not in that, I think there's a whole factor in it. Yeah. As far as residential. Here you go, this is how. This is what we're gonna first. Who else? This is what we're gonna Yeah.
I think the part of the point is we don't.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Validating all of the, all of the stuff.
sounds like it's some. Time lapse. You can you can file it. Once a week, if there's praise or no above. Yeah, and it just kind of sitting with the everybody.
You know, you can't be a lot of them, you never will, like any other ordinance. This ordinance has to be done. If we force these schools, people that don't try. That's why people that try, now they're doing the best they can. And by and large, that's how it is.
Okay, wrapping up. All right, let's, okay. You want to- We're fine. Mhm. We can, I mean, I don't know if this is something that first needs to go through, just discussion council as far as whether that's,
If it weren't, I would have.
yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we can keep discussing that in the downtown enhancement. Yep, that's you. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Lucas.
Businesses that don't own it. They'll hold, you know. Do it. So, like, in other towns, it's kind of
Yes.
trying to figure out what's there, so that was one of the things we discussed in
have to watch the usage.
Yes.
Oh, that's yeah, it's old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it's gone. Then I can get everyone a copy of it. You can look at it and see because it's so easy. Oh, there's someone. People look at them,
Right.
So it makes no, are gonna have someone do it, I know. Also, you know, what are we gonna do? I mean, you know.
Thank you so much. And I know as soon as I get information, which tends to be later, as far as licenses and things like that, so I let you know, but fortunately, all of that tends to happen slower than word of mouth.
Oh, I get more information.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so I just, oh, sorry. So we have a couple of public comments on the thing. We knew that there were some IT issues. So we can address that. Keith Newberry says, I would suggest that the DDA position to oppose the proposed free ride of M119. This will negatively impact the business. Tourists and those who are not familiar with the Paint Harbor bypass, or several car club is the third most highly talked about road. Furthermore, this is not just any of the roadway challenges that covered township. He also said first half to be impacted. First time area would not have impact on resorters who already know the community. So that's. Nope. That was it. Oh, I think oh, and he said thank you for Ice Fest and merchants who supported, even though Mother Nature did not collaborate on the others were about not being able to hear or see, which yeah. Yes, and I apologize. That's, I mean, we do know how to use equipment, and it for some reason is not known to me today. So.